Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, respected guests, especially Kenny. Kenny's talk today was based on project number 3 of the Competent Communicator Manual, Get to the Point, through which he is going through once again for the second time on popular demand. The main facets of this particular project are that you should have a general purpose and you should have a specific purpose. And Kenny made that very clear at the very outset of his talk. The singular point of his talk being life is the rarest thing in all of the universe. That was his specific purpose. And his general purpose was to inform to us and to reinforce this particular specific purpose that he talked about. So on that point, he basically hit the general and specific purpose flat out of the ballpark. Couple of other things that Kenny did extremely well today. His vocabulary was out of the world. Fecundity. Thank you, Dave. Fecundity, profusion, logical fallacy to postulate. I had to look up fecundity actually to see what exactly it meant. It means fertile, profusion of being able to reproduce, fertile lands, and so on and so forth. Another good thing that Kenny had going for him today, the timing on his slides was impeccable. As he was moving along, as he was talking about that particular point, the appropriate visuals kept flashing on the screen, whether it was carbon compounds or mountains that he was talking about. He got the timing precisely right. What I really would have liked to see a little more was a reduction in the pace of the whole presentation, and I will tell you this from 2 viewpoints. The visuals somehow just seemed to flash by me like a projector screen. There was a lot of information, there was a profusion of information in the whole speech, but the visuals were just going one after the other. We need time when we are discussing about something as profound as life and the miracle of life and the wondrousness of life for us to sink in, to understand what exactly the speaker is talking about. So in that respect, I would have preferred that there was a little bit of reduction in the pace of the visuals. Now that logically led to a slight increase in the pace of the narrative as well, because the narrative had to keep up with the visuals. There were several areas in the speech where a pause would have been very effective, would have reinforced the point. One thing that comes to my mind, Earth could be it in the entire Milky Way. Just let it sink in, because we are talking about life, the one planet where we know life is there. So as far as the pace goes, an overall reduction in the pace is what I would have liked to see. There was a profusion of facts in the body, excellent research, beautiful facts, great numbers, and so on and so forth. What would have really helped for the audience to digest all of that would be if some of those key points had been outlined in a slide at the end, saying these were the main facts that we talked about in order to reinforce the specific purpose of the speech. And finally, I have no right to comment on the mechanics of Kenny because he's such an experienced speaker, but somehow I felt there was a tad too much pacing today. I was looking to connect with you at some point of time, to connect with the speaker, but I think for more than a second or two you were not still today. You used this stage extremely well. I would have liked to see you use it a little less today. Thank you as always, and thank you for the educative value of your speeches to our club.